Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to the TheTecherz. My name is Surmeet, and I hope you're having an amazing day. For today's video, we're going to discuss about the loop statements in C programming. Now, what are loop statements? These are the statements that, for example, if you want a certain set of statements like some activity you want the computer to keep on doing over and over for certain conditions, you can use loop statements. Like, for example, you want to print a number from 1 to 1000. Instead of writing print commands 1,000 times in your program, you can just use one liner loop statements, and that's gonna do it for you. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into it and we'll see more. All right.
Okay, to get started with the loop statements, I'm going to inform you that there are three types of loop statements. First one is for loop, second one is while loop, and the third one is do while loop. Now, the difference is the way we write them. So, let's start with the for loop. So, in for loop, we start with for, then open brackets. The first is initialization. So initialization means where you want your loop to start from. Then semicolon. Then there is a condition that this is a condition for how long you want the loop to run, and then increment. So increment is something that will lead for you that will lead towards the condition um, to be satisfied. So after this, then you open the curly brackets and you write your loop statements. Simple. Now what happens with the while loop? Now with the while loop, you first go for the initialization, then you write while to start with the loop, open the curly bracket, then you write condition, then you open the loop brackets, you write the statements that you need to be looped, and then last increment. So this is while, and with do while, it's similar to while. Like, you first do initialization, you start with do, open the brackets, you go with your statements and your increment, and then you write while and your condition, and then a semicolon. So you have noticed that I've read that there's a semicolon after the while in do while loop, but not in the while loop, because in while there are more statements to be executed, but in do while there's none. Like, after this while, that's it, that's the end of the whole loop. Now the difference between the do while and while loop is that even that if the condition is false, so if any condition is false here in the while loop, the program will not enter your loop, but in do while it will at least enter once, and then it will check if the condition is false, and then it will exit. We'll go with the examples. Let me show you printing of 100 numbers using all these three loops, and then I'll show you what about the condition to be false. Okay, so let's take a number int I. I is normally, like, it's a conventional way, conventional variable for used in loops, which is, like we say, for iteration. So iterations I. Okay, so we're gonna initialize it. I is equal to 1. Then we need to print 100 numbers, so I less than equal to 100. Okay, we cannot write less than 100 because when the I is 100, it will exit the loop, it won't go inside the loop. So we need to do less than equal to, or we can just go less than 101. And here's the increment. Now we need to add 1 every time. Then print f percentage d slash n for next line, and I. Okay, let's build and run. So, okay, here you can see all the numbers printed from 1 to 100. Okay, so this is your for loop. Now to write the same statement in while, we'll go I is equal to 1 first, then we write while I is less than equal to 100, then same print f percentage d slash n, and then print I, then we increment I plus plus. This is how we use while loop. Now same build and run. And let me show you the output window. See again, that's how you can see all the numbers printed from 1 to 100. Now that's how we use while. Now let me show you do while loop. So just write do. That's the only change. Now you can see same output. Okay, let me show you what did I mean that if the statement is like even if the condition is false or not satisfied, that the do while loop still executes at least once. So I'm going to change the I to 100, so actually 101. So I'm going to change it to 101 because then the condition will be false. Then build and run. So logically there shouldn't be any output, it should be out of the loop, but since do while executes at least once, it will print you 101, and then the condition was checked that it is false, and and the loop was exited. So that's the difference. Now, so this is one main property of do while, that we can use this loop when we have to execute the loop at least once, even if the statement is false there, or we don't even know what the value is where we are checking the condition. So uh, these are some of the times when we have to use do while, or we can use do while. But my the loop statement which I am personally more comfortable with is for loop, but you can choose whichever one you want. All right, so that's basically it for today. In the next video I will show you how to improve our calculator program even further using loops. Okay, so that's it for today. If you have any feedback or any question, do let me know in the chat window. Do let me know in the comments, or yeah, or you can even email me. There will be my email in the description, or in my about section on the channel. All right, so we'll see you next time. Thank you.